Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacqs and thank you for joining me today. I will be sharing my June design team project that I created for Calico Collage, and this was using her dog's digital kit, and so I created an exploding doghouse. I thought that was apropos for the theme this month. Now if you want to see a review of the entire project, stay tuned. Okay, here is the reveal of the exploding doghouse. Here is the embossed roof. Love, love, love that. And I am so loving how this came out. I put a little heart here. This is from Jen Hadfield. It says, "You are my home." And it has a wood background, perfect for a doghouse. I added some flat back pearl that was already adhesive, and this is from the Dollar Tree, all the way around the house, and I used it to look like it was nails holding the label for the dog's name if you wanted to name him or her. And actually this centerpiece pops out. You can write on it and put it back in. Here are the flowers that I added all the way around the doghouse, and this is decorative trim from Hobby Lobby. It's called Rainbow. I really love this ribbon, and I added those adhesive pearls to the center of the flowers. Really cute. I created this little dog bowl, made that from my Cricut, and yeah, of course we added a little doggy there from the kit. And this is that green decorative trim that I got from Target. Loving that to appear like it's glass. I even put decoration on the bottom. On the side I kind of showed you the adhesive pearls and flowers. On the back side I repeated the pattern all the way around with the pearls and the flowers. I love that. And then I even added one of the sequin, but this is a shaved ice wood piece that I created of a butterfly. I thought that would be a really nice natural type feel there. And on the side, again, it repeats the pattern. And then now let's open it up. Ta-da! So inside, in the center, what you'll see is a little box, and this can be removed. It has a acetate lid, and then the little panels do fold out if you have something large that needs to be in there. I did add some Spectrum Nor Sparkle to the little doggy that I added in there. Super cute and sparkly. I hope you guys will be able to see that. That stuff is fabulous. I added some One Fine Day enamel dots to the center here and in some other places on this project, and that is from My Mind's Eye. This box and paw out of the lid was cut out of my Cricut Maker. What I did here was added one of the dog stamps and a paw that actually looks like it's metal. And I got this from a Dollar Tree dog set, which I haven't hauled yet, but I love these, and I bought them specifically for this project. But when I would add these, the back of the words actually had like a yellowing appearance, so I couldn't use too many of them. I'm sure I'll find a place for them in another project, but those are really nice. So you can see how it looks kind of metalish there. A nice little shine. And in this pocket, just have a little note card that you can journal and add a photo to the back. When you lift this up, the first thing you'll see is this little flip. I added a butterfly, made this little piece from the kit into a pocket. And then here is the postcard that she had in the kit. I just shrunk this down to put in here. On the next page, here is another element, and I created this as a side pocket so that you could tuck something underneath there. Here's some more elements. This was actually a journaling card, and I fussy cut this out to add it. I think that looks really cute. She had a whole sheet of words and sentiments, and so I put my best friend there. And here I took this little piece and made it like a little flag, a little tuck spot for this cute little journaling card. And then, of course, on the last page, I didn't do anything there. So, love this. We use this paper clip to keep all the pages from connecting to this page. It grabs onto the grass, so we need something there. So on this page, I did add a ticket. I love these, they're so cute. And this little journaling card. And that just tucks in there. So now if we go straight across, which is actually the front of the exploding box, you'll see another little stamp here. These are so cute. And I added a sentiment, best dog ever, with an enamel dot. Here is a corresponding journaling card. And then if we flip this around, what you'll see is like another dog house if you put all of these smaller ones together. And I added the banner that says happy and some more of that pearl adhesive here, along with some hearts from Bo Bunny. They're so tiny. And on this page, we take off the butterfly clip and we can flip down these little dog pictures, and you can add your own little photo to the back sides of these or do some journaling. And add another photo here, and it can tuck right into underneath this flower. Really cute. Let's go to the left here. And it says, the journey of life is sweeter if traveled with a dog. I added another one of those metal-like stickers, and this opens up. This is a magnetic closure, and you'll find a little word search, super cute. It is all dog related. And this cute little photo of the puppies playing. You could certainly add photos here if you wanted, or journaling, whatever you would like. Then when you lift this up, the first thing you'll see is live, laugh, bark with an enamel dot. This little booklet pulls out, and what you'll see is doggy kisses and some little flags there. And on this little booklet, this little stamp comes out. So this is a nice little tuck spot, but you can journal here. When you open it up, you could add a photo and journal here as well. And if we turn this around, on the back side of that sentiment, you'll see I made a little tuck spot with some more of the flowers. And here is a journaling card. It says 7 Barks, 1887 Almanac. And I added this freestanding little doggy. He's so cute. I fussy cut him out. So that's that side. Let's go on over to the opposite side. And here we created a little ribbon tie. I added a paw print onto the cover of this. You needed something flat since you had the ribbon. And this pulls out. Be the person your dog thinks you are. And you could add photos here, just cut them in half, and it'll look really cool. I added a dog here to go with the house. And then if you wanted to add things on the back, you just kind of fold these over. And then you could add there and here. I'll tie that later. When you flip this up, you see a little Dalmatian here that I added with the word wolf. and you pull out this little booklet, and you'll see furry friends and some more little flags here. And this has a stamp on it as well. And then of course you can do some more journaling here. And then inside it mirrors the other booklet. And let's flip this around. And then you'll see I added these little dogs here. And they are a little tuck spot for this little stamp. So cute. And I've added the word loyal. So that's the exploding box. Let me show you a little bit about the roof. So the roof is removable. You remember we added Velcro dots here, and you can take the whole thing off. You can have plenty of room to add something in there. And I even added a little something on the inside of the lid. It says, "Love has 4 legs," with this cute little picture. I am loving this. I took a lot of time to figure out all the components, and it just came out really well. So this is my project for this month. If you're interested in the tutorial, stay tuned. The first thing we're going to do is score at 4 and 8. 4 and 8. Rotate once to the left and score at 4 and 8. So the piece that we just scored is the base of the exploding box, and this was a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. If you want to have 3 layers to your exploding box, your middle layer would be cut down to 11 1/4 by 11 1/4, and you will score at 3 3/4 on all sides. 3 3/4 once, rotate it, 3 3/4 again, rotate it. And I'm going to show you that on the next layer here. So I'm going to skip the middle layer, and I'm going to only have 2. And this is the 3rd layer if you're doing 3. This is my 2nd layer. And this is cut down to 10 1/2 by 10 1/2. And we're going to score at 3 1/2. Rotate it once to the left. Score at 3 1/2. Rotate it again to the left once, and score at 3 1/2. One more time. Rotate to the left and score at 3 1/2. So now I have the 2 layers to my exploding box. The next thing we would do is cut out the 4 corners of the piece that we just scored. But before we do that, I wanted to have pockets on my exploding box. So I'm going to use the pieces that we would normally cut out. So in the top left-hand corner, I'm going to score at 2 1/4 down to the first score line here. Over here in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to go to the first score line, and I'm going to score at 10 1/4. Now this might be hard to find. If it is, you can certainly rotate your page to where the block that we just added the additional score line is down in the right-hand side, and the one that we want to add a score line to is in the left-hand corner. And so we'll go to 2 1/4 and score again. So now if you were looking at the page, you would have 4 little blocks here at the top, 3 in the middle, and 4 here at the bottom. So now we're going to repeat that same process with our 10 1/2 piece of cardstock, but this time we're going to score at 2. Because these are smaller blocks, I want to have a little bit more on my pocket. So score at 2 down to the first score line, rotate it 2 times to the left, and score at 2 down to the first score line. Now that we have the scoring done on the 2 pieces of our exploding box, what we're going to do is some cutting. In the top right hand corner, we're going to cut out that box completely. Down this side, like an L. When you go down to the bottom left hand corner, we're going to cut this box out completely as well. Okay, now that we have these two corner pieces cut out, what we're going to do, let's start down here in the bottom right hand corner, and what you should see there is one big block and then two smaller blocks. What we're going to do at this time is cut out the bigger of the two smaller blocks. So that's the first one on the edge, and we're going to cut up to the first score line and over. We're going to cut this completely out. Now let's do the same thing on the other corner so that we don't get confused. So what we have now is a big block and a small block. What we need to do is cut the score line in between these two blocks. So we're going to cut from here all the way up to the first score line. So now it'll look like this. Okay? So what's going to happen, these are going to get folded over and it creates our little pocket. But we're not going to do that yet. Now we have to do the 10.5 by 10.5 piece, cutting it the same way. And now this mirrors that of the other piece. Now you may want to hang on to all the pieces that we did cut out in case you need them when decorating. And now we're going to go ahead and burnish all of our score lines. So the next thing I'm going to do is start decorating the outside of the box before we put the two pieces together. If you want to go ahead and stick them together, what you would do is put adhesive on the bottom of your top box. See how it looks when you put it all together? And then add it to the center of the bottom box. Now, keep in mind that we made little pockets, and I want them to be alternating. So if we have our pockets here, I want the small ones to be on these two ends. That way, then if you folded those two in, you'd have one on every corner. Okay? But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and start decorating.